Hey guys, Sword here, and this is going to be another vlog with Minecraft. And if you have any questions, concerns, topics, or ideas, or suggestions you want to actually give me in the comment section below, feel free to do so, or if you want to send me a private message, that is fine too. But for now, Dreads 23 is here, and he's going to leave in about another minute or so because he wanted to go download something. So if you see him leave the game and I haven't invited him back, this is why I haven't invited him back, because he wanted to download something and I didn't want to stop him. Well, today, what's it called? Where is it? Where's the name? Ah, yes, Magenta Horse. Magenta Horse actually asks me the question if I ever gone to a real fight. And I could just say, no. I have never gone to a real fight, nor do I ever want to go into a real fight. I'm not a person who's looking for fights, but I'm pretty sure that's not the question at hand. The question was if I was ever in a real fight. So, no. The only thing that's close to a fight that has ever gone was just verbal, and that's not even a fight, that's just an argument. And I kind of hate the fact that people say that those are fights. I don't see them as fights. What I see as a fight is pretty much physical, not verbal. Though words really do hurt at times, but it's just not a real fight. It's just an argument or anything like that. But let's move on with the question. If I ever really have gone to a real fight, I'm sure I'm gonna actually tell you. But I never want to actually get into a real fight because just for the fact that I don't like pain. I'm pretty sure that nobody else likes pain either, and at all times they would want to avoid a fight. They would rather take the name calling than just pretty much go all out on a brawl. But if it actually has to get to that point, then I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna actually do that. And if it has ever gone to a point where there's no way of avoiding a fight, then I'm just gonna let people know that I'm not gonna go down so easily. I'm just not gonna let them try to hit me as much as they can. I'm gonna actually go out and try to make some damage of them. And the reason why I kind of say that with all that good confidence, because I've actually taken martial arts. Even though I'm not going to say that I'm a great fighter, I'm just saying that in martial arts they taught you a little bit of self-defense, and then we go on with sparring. And if you guys want to know what level I am at, well, first of all, the martial arts that I've taken is Taekwondo, and there's different forms of Taekwondo. But the Taekwondo I've taken, at the rank I'm at a Senor Blue belt. So the ranking goes as this. It goes from white, first stripe, second stripe, third stripe, then it goes to yellow, senior yellow, it goes to yellow stripe, senior yellow stripe, then it goes to green. I think it was that. I honestly think it was that, but all I know is you get a stripe every now and then. So it just keeps going, so it goes from green, senior green, blue, senior blue, red, senior red, and I think it goes senior red, and I'm not too sure if there's a level before black belt, but black belt, of course, is the last level. I think it goes from first degree, second degree, third degree, and all that good stuff. So I'm at a senior blue belt, and I actually quit 4 months before the place closed down for the fact that the owner of it actually died, sadly, and then they were just having financial problems. They were not able to pay the rent for the building, and not many people were showing up anymore. Like, they couldn't get more students, so it was at a financial loss, and then ultimately they had to close it down. So the reason why I quit is just I lost the motivation to actually continue on. I just didn't have the motivation then. But as well as that, one of the things that kind of killed my motivation is this lack of self-confidence that I had in myself, because every time you had to go for a senior or you had to go up a level, you had to do testing, which pretty much tests all your knowledge of that level, and then you have to show it in front of everyone, and you had to show it in front of strangers, you had to show it in front of your instructors, and it was completely nerve-wracking for me. And one time I actually went to the restroom because I had to throw up because of all the nervousness that was pretty much racked up in my own body. So yeah, that wasn't fun at all. It wasn't really. But yeah, if I were to go back, or if that place were to open up again with the same techniques and the same learning thing, I'll probably go back there and pretty much start over. And I want to see if I could actually have a better self-confidence as I did back then. Because I'm pretty sure I have better self-confidence knowing that I'm doing this for myself, and as well as that I'm going to see if I'm able to actually go through with everything. So there you have it. that's just a long. It was just a long time ago. I remember it so well. But this is why I actually say it with confidence. If I was able to, or if I was ever to get into a fight, then I probably would. I may do well, but there's no promises. But like I said, I have a little bit of self-confidence knowing that I've learned all these self-defense techniques. I've learned a little bit of grappling. I learned a bit of ground fighting. I think it was I think it went into a little bit of judo at that time, because some of the instructors was actually taking judo as well as taekwondo. So they were pretty much interpreting judo into taekwondo, which is fine. You get to learn a little bit more, and then you get a little bit more advanced, and you could probably use that for sparring. And sparring is just basically just showing what you know as self-defense and control, so that if you were to punch someone, you won't go too far as like an MMA type of deal where you're just going all out. You had the protection of the gloves, the little, what's it called? I don't know. I can't call them boots. I don't think there were boots. It's just a padding for the feet, and then the helmet, of course. So yeah, it was pretty typical. It was pretty nice, and I had fun sparring, and that's all it was. It's just sparring. It's just not an actual fist fight. So if I were to able to get into a fist fight, however, I'm not too sure how well that's going to end. And if I ever get into a fist fight, I'm going to tell you guys how it went. I don't even care if I got knocked out and they just kept punching my face in, because yeah, that's just, at that point, that's just assault. Wait. It is assault no matter how you look at it. Oh well. So again, I've never been to a fist fight. I would avoid it at all costs. But if there's no way to avoid it at any point given, then I'm gonna have to do it. Just what else can I do? I just can't run away from there anymore. Maybe I can. Maybe I could just get away from that. But who knows? Anything could happen. So if anyone here has ever been to a fist fight, I would like to know. I would honestly like to know, but I'm pretty sure a lot of us would never want to be in a fist fight, because none of us like pain, well, unless you actually had to. And that's the thing about schools, because that's just another thing about schools. I kind of hate the fact that you cannot claim self-defense, because if someone actually hits you and you hit back, you're just as much fault as the person who punched you. You're pretty much going to have to take it, and then you're going to have to tell the teacher. But even then, sometimes they won't even believe you, because it's always like he said, she said type of deal. It's like, oh, he hit me. No, I didn't. You have no proof. Yeah, I just hate the school system. I've always imagined what would happen if I was get to a fight in school, because I've been picked on a lot, and it was getting to the point where I couldn't take it anymore. But it just never got severe as that. I probably will talk about this in another time. I've actually been bullied, at least verbally, never physically as much as I can remember. The only thing that was physical is I just can't remember, honestly. It's been a while, and it's just one of those things I've wanted to forget, but it always keeps coming back every time I see someone else go into the same situation. Or at least some people claim that they are, because that was another story. Someone actually claimed that they were bullied, and when I saw it, I knew it that he wasn't bullied, and then from there was just a lot of drama after he admitted that it was all an act, and it just ruined the trust for him as well as everybody else that was involved with it. But like I said, that's another story. If you know who I'm talking about, then I don't have to explain really much any further for this video. So this is one of the things I actually like to do. I always go to random tangents, but this is kind of the things that always relate to each other one way or another. That's just how it is. I never go by script. I just go as it is. I just go with the flow, and then from there, yeah, anything is different, or anything could happen from there. So I miss Taekwondo, honestly. It was one of my favorite things to do. It's just the testing that always gets so nerve-wracking that kind of killed my confidence of ever going further. I was stuck as a Senor Blue belt for a good 6 months, or from what they told me, it's been over a year. I'm not too sure if it was a year, but honestly, I don't even know. It's just I stayed the same belt for so long because of the lack of self-confidence that I had back then. That's just what ruined it for me. So that's why I couldn't continue anymore. And if it ever opens up again, learning the same techniques and all that stuff, maybe I'll join back there again, and I could possibly make videos of my Taekwondo center, and from there you guys could get to see what we do and how everything works. But that's an idea. Who knows? But for now, that's all I have to say for about the topic. And if you were able to get into a situation that a fight has ever commenced, try to avoid it. Try to avoid it as much as you can. If there's no way out of it, then all I can say is best of luck to you, and hopefully nothing bad happens to you. But that's all I have to say. So thank you, Magenta Horse, for actually asking me if I've ever gone to a real fight, and I apologize if you thought I've ever gone to a real fight. It's just I have never experienced that. Some people have. It's just how it is. Depends on where you live, depends on the situation, and how everyone acts there. That's all it is. All I know for this town or the city, it's small. Nothing big ever happens here, so or nothing serious actually. It's just mellow. Everyone knows each other type of deal. So there you go. So for this at this time, I'm just gonna continue on with mining everything from here. So hopefully we'll be able to get done with the skylight soon, and then we'll work on the different skylight. And from there, I'm going to actually be using TNT. Even though it's going to be messy, but it's going to be fun. And it's going to be a lot quicker. And of course, in the last 20 seconds on the upper right corner, you're going to see that there's going to be a video annotation linking you to want to play with other Minecrafters. From there, you could actually talk to other people who play Minecraft, whether it be for the Xbox 360 or the PC. And if you want to meet up with them and play with them on the Xbox or the PC, make sure you hit the reply button so they know that you're talking to them. But without anything else to say, I'm SortoKing090. Have a nice day, everybody.